Previously on Edinburgh trip.
7-12. Hello. Welcome to UK Day. Fit छैन बोक्दैन उड्दिने अब सो गाइस फाइनली आइयो हामी भरे 3.5 घन्टामा घुमाइन्छ अरे सो गाइस टिकट पाएको छ आफ्टर लङ वेट Do you want this one? Okay, thank you. भयो है यहाँ चाहिँ अब माथि गाइजहरू कता गएर बसिसक्यो चाहिँ हेर्नुपर्छ So we're ready to go now. Oh, headphone मगा सही सँगले
C'è questo modo così, che va avanti per finire.
Poi vedrai. Scotch whiskey experience है लाइनमा छ हामी सबै कुरिरहेछ अहिले यस्तो गाह्रो मान्छे लस्सी खाँदैन स्कच तँ आँखा जमायो चल्छ टक्टकाइदिरहेको क्या दुर्गा ल अस्तिमा भाइको बरु खानु कथा पढ्नुहोस् अनि गएर चाख्नुहोस् है टिकट किन्नु भने त गएछ होला विस्की के टुर त यसो के अरे हाम्रो विस्की टुर होइन अब ल है
I'm here to meet you.
Still, I must complete. Fresh water is, after all, a vital ingredient in the art of making Scotch whisky. Aqua vita, or in Gaelic, Ushkabea, the water of life. Can you no smell that? That, my friends, is the sweet smell of malted barley being dried here in the kiln. More specifically, it's the smell of burning peat. Now, peat is a young form of coal, and another factor in determining a whisky's unique final flavour.
Wow, you feel that flavor, man? You smell that?
What's in
Come on,
here?
Do you
Douglas.
smell that?
That's not enough, Douglas.
It's yourself. I was just having a wee breather.
You gotta pull more
A
shots
bit like
there,
the
man.
malt here in the malt store, you might say. It's waiting, it's
Hey.
biding its time, building up its strength a wee bit. Oh well, that's it.
Oh, barrel is. उता त barrel रहेछ नि त दाइ
Well, downwards anyway.
ओए ओए
This is the milling machine. This is where the malt
you
is
bought it, eh?
brutally awakened, crushed, ground, and pulverized into what's known in the trade as grist. It's awfully noisy in here, but it's all part of an ongoing process. All a means to an end. Let's get
What is it?
everywhere this stuff. Oh, shit.
Right.
Mixed it. And the mixture is dissolved, producing a sweet liquid known as wort. The wort is then cooled, ready for the next stage. The residue left in the mash tun can be used to make animal feed. The wort might not look that special, but let me assure you, this will become pure liquid gold. A kick to it. The answer is right here. This is yeast. The importance of this microscopic yet explosive living organism simply cannot be underestimated. Amazing! And this is where the magic truly begins. This is the washback, where yeast meets wort and sugar turns to alcohol in a process known as fermentation. A heaving maelstrom of heat and foam. And if the whole thing threatens to get out of hand and overspill, don't switch your blades above, or keep the whole thing in check. And don't be taken too deep. The alcohol content at this point is still too low and needs to be increased. We do this during distillation. Now, Pay attention. The liquid is heated in a pot still, and because alcohol boils at a lower temperature, it separates from the water. The vapor rises up the neck and is cooled and condensed back into a liquid by a copper coil immersed in cold water, known as the wine. The liquid is now known as low wine, but it needs to be distilled again to further increase its alcohol content. And that takes place here, in the spirit still. Each distillery has its own unique shape of copper pot still. Another factor in ensuring that each distillery produces its own unique flavour of Scotch whisky. By now, the liquid is so strong it has to be kept under lock and key by customs and excise. Here in the spirit safe, the still man weaves his magic by judging precisely when to send the first part of the run, or 4 shots, and the last part of the run, or faint, back to be distilled again. Meanwhile, the middle cut, or heart of the run, is sent to the spirit receiver. But it's still not Scotch whisky. Oh no, not for a long while yet. These casks won't see the light of day for at least 3 years. Some not for 12 or even 50 years. During this period of maturation, a whisky's unique final flavour is further enhanced by the wood of the cask that it's stored in. Its clear colour changed to a golden hue. What was once nothing more than barley and water magically matures into Scotch whisky. Ah, the sweet smell of evaporating whisky. Up to 2% each year just disappears. The angels share, they call it. Ah well, I'm away to join the angels myself. Slanjavan.
यहाँबाट माथि कता भन्दै त माथि हो र
Come on, guys. This way.
कथाले हो
This way, guys.
स्क्याच गऱ्यो भने यहाँ स्क्याच गरेर रब गर्ने अनि यसको बास्ना आउँदो रहेछ दिस स्मेल दिस वान यस्तो यो बनाउने टाइप
यो भर्खरै टन्न हाइड्रेट हुने बेलामा यो सेमी डिहाइड्रेसन
त्यसले गर्दा ठ्याक्क 0 years, 3 years, 12 years. 5 साल.
हामीले कुन चाहिँ रक्सी खाने हो त दाइ
25 years old. Dehydrate भइदिनु.
तर 24 को पुगी 25 खाने हो र
सबै रेडी गरेर खाएर एक क्लास टाइपको भयो यहाँ पो बस्ने हो र के कहानी भन्छ अहिले हेर्नुपर्छ
Amongst this region is filled with rolling hills, deep river valleys, and glorious escapes. Here we have 2 of its major cities, with Glasgow, a vibrant
चलिरहेको न यो बिस्तारै
renowned for its industrial
त्यसै
heritage,
हिँडेस्तो हुँदो रहेछ
and of course Edinburgh, with the castle,
तल मुभ गर्दो रहेछ कि
and then all the way down the Royal Mile to the impressive Hollywood Park. Edinburgh is a historical and cultural hub, as it's home to the largest arts festival in the world, the Edinburgh Fringe, and wrapping it up every night with the Royal Military Tattoo. People flock from all over the world to see Edinburgh's incredible architecture and attractions such as the Fort Rail Bridge, commonly referred to as the gateway to the Highlands. Now we are here to talk about whisky. So a typical whisky from the lowlands will have hints of toast, malted barley, oat biscuits, and a wee bit of zesty citrus as well. So if everyone would like to rub the yellow section on your aroma cards for the lowlands, we have Loch Ness, home to the elusive Loch Ness monster, Nessie. Aptly named, the Highlands is home to many mountainous regions, steep valleys, huge waterfalls, and many deep freshwater lochs scattered all over, with a coastline which could rival anywhere in the world. This dramatic landscape in the Highlands gives rise to a much more robust and complex style of whisky. The Highlands is also home to many incredible attractions such as the Glenfinnan Viaduct and Highland Doran Castle. The hills in the Highlands are carpeted with heather, giving it this iconic purple glow. So unsurprisingly, whiskies from the Highlands are much more floral in their aroma. So these will give off hints of nuts, honey, wildflowers, and possibly a wee hint of peat smoke as well. So if everyone would like to rub the purple section on your aroma cards. Now Speyside may look small, however it is home to around a third of all Scotland's malt whisky distilleries. One of the key features here in Speyside, which is critical to all the whisky production here, is the River Spey itself. This is fed from high mountain springs and ice melts. It's the second longest river in Scotland and the fastest flowing river we have here. This water is filtered through granite, giving it a low mineral content, giving it that enviable purity and softness, making it ideal for whisky production. Speyside is renowned for its broad rivers and its dramatic and dense forests. The Spey Valley also provides an incredible lush green background for its many distilleries scattered all over, which you can identify from their iconic pagoda rooftops. The whisky barrel industry is important in all regions, but especially evident here in Speyside, as it's home to the largest cooperage in Britain. Just to put into perspective how much whisky they make in this tiny region. Now, typical whisky from Speyside has a mellow fruitiness to it, so these will give off hints of tropical fruits, orchard fruits, and rich dried fruit. So if everyone would like to rub the blue section on your aroma cards, you should be able to smell some fresh pears. Our next region takes us to one of the most remote parts of mainland Scotland, the Kintyre Peninsula, home to Campbelltown. Now Campbelltown may only be 100 miles from Edinburgh as the crow flies, however it will take you twice as long to get there, following the long winding rural roads which reach out onto the peninsula, jutting out into the rough Atlantic Ocean. The Gulf Stream also runs close by, making the Kintyre Peninsula one of the warmest parts of Scotland. Although with an average temperature of 16 degrees, that really doesn't say a lot. Now Campbelltown used to be a hive of fishing and distilling. It used to be home to around 30 operating distilleries and many fleets of fishing boats. Now, however, it's a much more modest environment and more suitable to its size, as it only has 3 operating distilleries and still a few fishing boats. These 3 distilleries, however, still perfectly capture and reflect on Campbelltown's incredible setting. So typical whisky from Campbelltown will give off echoes of sea salt, toffee, apples, and more commonly some vanilla. So if everyone would like to rub the green section on your aroma cards, next region is an island on the west coast of Scotland. Home to 3,500 people, making it the 5th largest island in Scotland. This, of course, is Islay, a dramatic corner of the world surrounded by rugged cliffs shaped by the rough Atlantic Ocean. Islay has more than its fair share of distilleries, with 9 currently in operation and a 10th on its way. Each of these distilleries are all unique, but still distinctively Islay and perfectly embody its spirit. These whiskies, however, are not for the faint of heart, as they're strong in flavour and have a smoky quality due to the peat-dried malt combined with the sea air. Maturing casks will breathe in this sea air, giving the whisky a seaweedy and salty tang. Now, if whisky isn't for you, Islay still has some incredible scenery, fantastic wildlife, a colourful and complex history, and it's home to these beautiful West Coast sunsets, the perfect place to enjoy a wee dram. Now, a typical Islay whisky will give off hints of iodine, a much more medicinal aroma, and bursts of wood smoke, with a wee bit of seaweed creeping in the back as well. So if everyone would like to rub the red section on your aroma cards, you will definitely.
So guys, कुन चाहिँ चाख्ने होला दिन्छ कहानी भन्दै त यो देशको यो ठाउँको यो भनेर कुन चाहिँ चाख्नुहुन्छ त दाइ तपाईँ?
मलाई अब जुन मन पर्यो त्यही चाहिन्छ।
म त
हाइल्यान्ड मन पर्यो के?
म चाहिँ यो ग्री वान यो स्पेसाइड भन्ने चाख्नु
यो मन पर्यो।
दाइ कुन चाहिँ चाख्नुहुन्छ त तपाईँ?
More than the cigar खान्छ
अहिले हो है
सबले डिफ्रेन्ट डिफ्रेन्ट गर्नु पर्यो
दाइ कुन चाहिँ चाख्नुहुन्छ तपाईँ
म त के खान्छु
सो गाइस अब टेस्ट गर्न लागेको छु कि मैले यो ब्लू वान खानु पऱ्यो होइन कुची लिएर आउनु पऱ्यो नि सबैलाई
Now, whiskies from Islay were still used, but they were used very sparingly. This is because they were so powerful and smoky in flavour, they didn't want it to overpower the rest of the blend. As the key feature in many blends is that all components create that perfect blend, whereas in single malts flavours are very distinct and unique, and it's what makes them stand out. So I'm now going to pass you guys back on to Douglas, who will explain a wee bit. And if you want something a bit sweeter, with hints of caramel and vanilla, then put your glass on the green circle on the bottom left corner. And if you want something smoky and strong in flavour, then you can choose the red circle on the left hand side for Islay. Islay whiskies are nowhere near like
स्पेस अहिले त चाख्नु
200 years ago, whiskey was with us hundred
या यसो
drunk in so many different ways, all Scotch whisky.
स्पेस अहिले आयो
It's a credit to our fellow master blenders.
which one were you wanting?
लगाएर सक्यो है टेस्टिङ एउटा त लिनुपर्छ रहेको भएको हेर्दा ए दादा झन् भाल्चा पागल बनाएको रहेछ नि ल खोलबल भइदिँदैको
The correct way to drink your whiskey. And there's only one answer to that. Everything else is this collection was started in the 70s, and it was all started by the 60s. I'm going to give you guys a few wee minutes to wander about and have a look at the rest of the collection. But we have our two oldest bottles, where we have 1897 Buchanan's on the left-hand side. Going about and having a look at the rest of the collection. I'm also going to hand out some boxes, because those glasses that are in your hand.
ग्लासलाई चाहिँ बक्समा काटेर अब घर लिएर जाने बक्स फिट गरेर यहाँनिर चाहिँ ओपन बार रहेछ नि त लगाएछ अहिले चाहिँ हामी यहाँ तल बजारतिर झरेको टाउनतिर रमाइलो भइरहेको छ नि है दाजुले भिडियो हेरिरहेको त सबैजनालाई गेट छ सबैजना रेडी प्रकाशको टिकट छिर्न लाग्यो हामी कासलभित्र ल जामै त लगाएछ क्यासलमा छिर्नु त सबैजना
घामै पर्छ नि त मेरो भाइ